Have you ever been micromanaged? It's the worst. A micromanager is someone who excessively monitors all of your tasks and all of your to-do list items. They love to be in control and have trouble trusting and delegating, which makes them impossible to work with. You know you have a micromanager if, number one, they check in with you constantly over even the most minor details. 2, you're scared to make decisions on your own and might even feel a little bit jumpy or anxious around them. 3, they redo your work and want to see every aspect of your work. It is almost impossible to thrive if you have a micromanager. Also, you're anxious and they're anxious too. So in this video, I want to talk about why micromanagers micromanage. They're secretly terrified, and also what you can do if you have a micromanager. Step number 1, figure out the level of management that helps you thrive. Everyone thrives with a different level of management. Some people are super independent workers. They want to get their tasks done on their own. They don't want anyone checking in on them. Other people like someone checking in on them. It makes them feel cared for and heard. They also want to double check their work is being done right. Which kind are you? You need to know what kind of management you like before you can begin to communicate this with your manager. I want you to answer these 6 questions about yourself and then set up a meeting with your manager to discuss your answers. Question number 1, how often do you like to have check-ins? Question number 2, what is your preferred method of communication for check-in? Is it email, phone, in-person, video? Sometimes introverts prefer to have check-ins over email so they can think through their answers ahead of time. 3, what helps you get your work done most efficiently? 4, what do you wish you had more of from your manager? 5, what do you wish you had less of from your manager? And bonus 6th question, is there anything you wish your manager knew about you? Okay, answer these questions for yourself and then set up a meeting where you can begin to talk about the answers with your manager. Or if you're more comfortable, put them in a big email when you're talking about your time management and productivity. Remember, you can never approach a micromanager about their micromanaging. No one ever thinks they're a micromanager, but you can approach it from an aspect of trying to be more productive and be a better time manager. Everyone can agree that we all want to be more productive. That's a way better way to start that meeting. Step number 2, be very clear about timelines and guidelines. Oftentimes a micromanager might micromanage because they aren't being clear from the get-go. They aren't saying how long a project should take, what the check-in points should be, or being very clear on deliverables and deadlines. So right from the beginning of a project, ask to set up those timelines and deadlines very quickly. You can even ask, how often do you want to check in with me? Looking at this project, it seems like I won't need to check in until next week. In this way, you can share your timeline with them. 3, initiate relationship building conversations. So you can talk about tasks and deadlines and how often you check in. And that's really important, those first 2 steps. This 3rd step is a maintenance mode. This is trying to connect and establish relationship with your manager. If someone trusts you as a person, they are much less likely to micromanage you. So what I want you to think about is, how can you have deeper conversations to build trust just between the 2 of you? This means instead of just saying, what's up, or how are you, when you check in on a Monday, say, hey, what was the highlight of your weekend? Or did you do anything exciting this past weekend? On a Thursday or Friday, ask, do you have any fun plans coming up? How's your family? How was that soccer game last weekend? The more you can check up on things as a human, the easier it will be to work with them because you have a genuine connection. 4, this is the hardest step. Know what your manager is scared of. Micromanagers are secretly terrified. They're terrified of looking bad, missing a deadline, not knowing something, being out of the loop. And so oftentimes their anxious hovering or their constant checking in is because they're trying to quell their own fear. So what I want you to try to think about here is, what are they afraid of? Are they afraid of not knowing something? Are they a knowledge-based person? That means sharing more knowledge with them is going to help them be less afraid, which is going to make them check in less. Are they scared that a deadline is going to be missed or something's going to fail? In that case, to prevent their micromanaging, you want to start off calming their fear. If you know that they're terrified of disappointing a client, you can start off a meeting before they even get into your tasks with, our shared goal is to make sure the client is super happy. That way you're saying to them, I know your fear and I am making sure that I am on the same page. We're going to make sure that doesn't happen. So if you have a micromanager who's afraid, starting off with calming their fear before you even start about tasks and delegation, that's the way that they're going to be less anxious around you. 5th step, last one, reinforce positive behavior. All these steps are going to work if you do each and every one of them. So when your micromanager starts to back off and becomes less of a micromanager and more of a manager and a leader, you can say, thank you so much for trusting me on this project. The amount of check-ins was perfect. That way you're reinforcing the positive behavior so they feel good, you feel good, and hopefully it'll keep going. Did you like this video? Okay, I'm gonna micromanage for a little bit. Will you mind giving it a like and hitting the subscribe button? I would be so grateful if I would delegate those tasks to you. Do you want even more tips on communicating with confidence? One of the fastest ways to achieve more success and more respect is to level up your people skills. If you want to master communication and increase your charisma, check out People School. This program comes with 12 in-depth video modules designed to radically change your interactions, communication, and confidence. You'll start applying each principle to your life immediately. I'll share my social blueprints, conversation frameworks, and fascinating science-based insights. Everything you need to finally understand the unwritten rules of behavior. Ask questions and get personal answers and feedback after every module. Join me for our live monthly workshops where I deliver exclusive new teaching only to People School students. I'll show you exactly what to do to be more influential and impactful in every conversation and situation, guaranteed. And if for some reason the program isn't right for you, no worries. You can get a full refund within the first 30 days. Thousands of students have joined People School and achieved their goals. Here's what just a few of our students shared about their experiences in People School. I got the promotion I was looking for. Thanks to the People School team for helping me along the way. What a ride. I have to say that I wish I was in People School way earlier in life. Wow. So much to absorb and can't wait to do it again and again. Since People School, I have never had such engaging and fun interviews in my life. Last Friday, I accepted a senior position with an increase in my total package of $100,000. People School has provided me with an exceptional amount of value and knowledge. I feel that there is so much to offer from this program. I'll be going through the lessons again. Thank you, Vanessa. One of my biggest regrets is I wish I had enrolled in People School years before now. The best part is People School never expires. We constantly add new bonus modules based on student requests. Want a raise or raise your rates? Check out our How to Get a Raise formula. Need new friends in a new city? Check out our How to Find Your People bonus. There are more than 35 hours of material waiting for you in People School. If you want to level up your career, your relationships, and your conversations, I would love for you to consider People School. I read every single one of your comments and can't wait to meet you in our next live workshop. Thanks so much for watching until the end. I'll see you in our next video.